What do you say to women who are considering voting for Hillary because they hate Trump? Okay, yeah, I mean, there are other options. I personally, I do like Gary Johnson a lot. But you have to look at this woman. She's hurt women. She's a criminal. She's a hypocrite. Even Obama, when he's running against her, said she won't do anything, but she'll say everything. She's taking advantage of you. If you're a woman and you're voting for her because she's a woman like me, she's taking advantage of you, and she's using that for a vote. And also, it's kind of sexist to me to say, oh yeah, vote for me because I'm a woman. That's not, so you don't have anything else going for you. If you're just voting based on gender, that's not really advancing anything whatsoever. This woman doesn't care. She'll do whatever is most convenient for her and her family and her slush fund that is the Clinton Foundation. So yeah, another question, would she have gotten it anywhere without Bill, like Secretary of State? Honestly, no. She wouldn't be running for president if it weren't for Bill. And how is that feminist? I don't see how that's feminist by saying, yeah, ladies, you can be the president too if you marry the right dude, and even when he does horrible things, you stand by him and completely disrespect yourself. That's another reason why I think that, this is not somebody who got this through all this on her own. Without Bill, she wouldn't have been Secretary of State. Even as Secretary of State, she did a horrible job, and now she's able to run as president. She's bringing Bill out to stump for her. She's even saying, don't worry, I'll bring in Bill to run the economy because, as the first female president, she's got to rely on a man because we all know chicks can't do math. There's nothing feminist about the way that she's gotten this far. Isn't it good to see a woman reach that level even though it's her, is the question. I guess. Not really, because I have this crazy idea that, I value candidates based on who they are as people, regardless of gender, which is, I think, what real feminism is about. I'm not excited at all about it. There will be a woman president. I would have liked to have seen it be somebody who isn't a criminal and didn't stand by her husband through doing all kinds of horrible things. So you got a question. Do you think she'll be indicted or go to jail? I don't think she'll get in legal trouble, but the thing is, regardless of that, it doesn't matter. The way that what she did with those emails makes her disqualified regardless of what happens legally, because document after document has come out saying that her aides and people knew that this was a huge risk to our national security, and she just wanted convenience. She said, okay, but I like to use my BlackBerry. So she put her own convenience over our national security. That to me is disqualifying regardless of whether she's indicted or not. National security is obviously very important. It's the most important. So no, it doesn't matter. She should be disqualified. Say the next question here. Let me check it out. Why do people disregard the email scandal Benghazi? Yeah, a lot of people disregard it. Because it's a lot harder, I think, to look into these things for yourself and find out what happened, rather than just say, oh, well, yeah, but I know that she's a woman like me, or, oh, I love that she's the first female, the first female major candidate for a party, or, oh, yeah, but Trump's so crazy. They don't actually want to look into these things, and she, has this way of just painting these things as being conspiracies, but you remember she called that a Monica Lewinsky affair a vast right-wing conspiracy, and that ended up being, as we all know, very much true. So I think it is important to keep talking about them, and and people do care to an extent, because pretty much everybody considers her to be not trustworthy. So I don't know. I mean, it's important to talk about it, and it's important to not let the media get away with treating her. So with kid gloves. All right. Do you think she might tone down the hot liberal in her and have common sense as a president? Well, it all depends on what people say they want her to say or do. She'll be whatever kind of president and presidential candidate that she thinks she needs to gain the most power. That's what she's done forever. Criminal justice reform, people now are all about criminal justice reform, particularly millennials, but she knows she needs millennials so bad. She gave that speech at Columbia, which absolutely killed me, where she said there's too many people in jail. It's like, yeah, lady, you helped put them there. In the speech in 1994, she said we needed more prisons. She was bragging about how much money that bill raised for private prisons. That whole speech was, I'll never forget. She was talking about needing body cameras for accountability, when meanwhile, you know, she's not been very accountable. She's not been transparent. She said the legal system is stacked against those who have the least power, as if she's not finishing that sentence in her own head, saying, thank God for that, because otherwise I would definitely be in prison.